Hello everyone and welcome back to another GTA video, where in this video we're going to be taking a quick look at the Natural Vision Evolved mod, created by the same team that have created most of what you've seen on YouTube, with people making videos with titles along the lines of GTA 6 graphics, RTX enabled, super graphics. I've always been skeptical regarding graphics mods in the past, for any game. I would have friends showing me videos of like GTA 4 Super EMB, Super RTX something or other graphics, and I'd watch the video and I'd be like, well, okay, the colours are a bit more vibrant, but is that it? And I've even tried out the previous version of the Natural Vision mods, and all I ever really noticed was that the colours were a bit more true to life and the lighting was a bit better, but that was about it. I was a bit disappointed when I booted up the game for the first time, especially after seeing all the videos surrounding the mod. Maybe I did something wrong or the settings were off, but anyways, here we are. So as of recording, this version of Natural Vision Evolved is the latest in their line of mods. Also, as of recording, it's currently unavailable to most people. To get a copy of the mod, you have to support them on Patreon, so I did just that because after watching the short trailer they put out, I was impressed. Let's see, screen space, ray trace global illumination, enhanced screen space reflections, nice, better building reflections, emissive lights, nice looking textures. I'm sold. I threw my cash at the mod, installed it according to the instructions, applied the Ultra preset to make sure that all the effects of the mod are visible, turned up all the graphic settings all the way up, and here we go. In the trailer of the mod there was one little part where there was a footpath having its texture completely replaced. The first thing that I wanted to do was find this footpath, but the trailer didn't really have any visual clues as to the path's location. So in an attempt to find out where this footpath was, I went out and did some Rockstar edited recordings, both with the mod on and with vanilla graphics. Some differences I noticed were trees and shrub looked a bit better, water reflections were drastically better, especially when it rained. There is a huge difference between puddle reflections without NVE and with it on. Definitely a massive improvement in visual fidelity there. Apparently there's screen space, ray trace, global illumination, and while there is a big difference when you compare dark areas of scenes with and without the mod, for those thinking they're going to be needing an RTX card to run this game with the mod, allow me to assure you that there is no actual ray tracing in this mod. I like to think that this is just a way to get you more hyped about the mod. Don't get me wrong, it would be great if there was actual proper ray tracing, but GTA 5's game engine is just too trash to be able to handle such a thing, not without a massive overhaul in the engine anyways. For those not in the know, ray tracing is the act of recreating how light travels in the real world through extremely computer-intensive calculations. To demonstrate, I created a scene. Here's my character model, some mirrors, a large bucket of slime, and the PRG logo that is behind the scene's camera. Thanks to the reflective properties of the mirrors here and here, we can easily see the PRG logo that is behind the camera because the ray tracing took the light, it bounced it off of the logo, onto the mirrors, and finally into the camera. Just how it would work in real life. What GTA 5 and this mod is doing is what's called screen space. That's for both ambient occlusion, which is kind of like how shadows and darkness is calculated, and reflections. Screen space is similar to ray tracing, only this time the only things that are reflected is stuff that is within the screen space, hence the name. The upside of this is that you can achieve highly detailed visuals in terms of reflections with less computing power needed, but as you can see when we switch it on in this example here, its potential is rather limited, especially when things are behind the camera, like the PRG logo. What Rockstar did in this case to fill in the gap was to use the screen space reflections technology, as well as the use of a fake clone of the game world, only in lower poly, to give the illusion of a real-time reflection. But it's all just a big fat phony. It works, but if you look closely you can see the illusion breaking apart. This is how cars reflect the game's world off of the surface of the car's body. Anyways, this mod does nothing to help with the shortcomings of screen space reflections, except to change a few parameters allowing much better reflection of not only the environment, but also these pedestrians here who walk past the puddle. Except for the anomaly here where this guy here passes through my legs and he disappears for a moment. If ray tracing was in this game, you would be able to have scenes like my character here, who is sat in front of a pane of glass, which is reflecting the city behind the camera, again thanks to the fake reflections going on, but yet somehow my character that is sat right in front of the glass isn't being reflected. Perhaps you're playing as a vampire in this game? So what's it like to play with the mod? I'm running an i9-9999, 32 gigs of RAM, solid state drive, and an RTX 2080 Ti. And goddamn does this play like a console game. Highs as high as 40 FPS with lows as low as 20 FPS. To be fair, I am running the game in 4K with the mod's Ultra preset, recording in 4K for the video, and absolutely everything is cranked up to the max, so in this case, the poor performance will most likely be on my end for just cranking the game up too high and seeing if it can handle it. There is a performance boost optional mod which comes supplied with the pack, which is also made by the same guy who made this mod, but it has the downside of reducing the draw distance of certain aspects of the game, and I came in for graphics, not performance. Though even with this low performance, if you play with a controller, it's still pretty much playable. You won't be making any amazing sniper shots or being quick to react to any sort of fast moving action, and you'll probably get motion sick from playing such a low frame rate for a long length of time, but it's playable to a certain extent. Apparently if you want to play this mod but have similar performance to that of the vanilla version, you can install the mod with the low preset and have little drop in performance. I didn't try this because I want graphics, baby, but it is worth pointing out if you want the world to look a bit better but also don't want to suffer the performance drop like I'm seeing here. Despite this though, when I went underwater in a submarine, performance I found was actually improved. For some reason the game lags a whole lot when you're underwater in the vanilla version with the submarine's lights on. I'm not sure why this is, but when you play this mod, the issue isn't apparent, so if you're a guy who likes to explore underwater in this game and want better performance, this mod actually seems to improve it, at least when you're going underwater. One little nitpick I do have though is that there's extremely vibrant and bright particles in the water. I assume this is supposed to be some sort of bioluminescent plankton, which is a real thing by the way, it looks absolutely fantastic in the Maldives, but can you find bioluminescent plankton around the real area that GTA 5 is based on? Let me know if you happen to live there. Also, probably the only graphical glitch that I've found in this alpha version of the mod, which is actually really impressive, is that the seaweed here is rendered a bit buggy, so you might want to address that if you happen to be the developer of this mod. Other than that, the mod is pretty much flawless, though I'd recommend having two separate installations of GTA 5 if you want to switch between playing GTA 5 single player with this mod and being able to play GTA Online, because of course you'll just get banned if you try and use this online. In any case, what do you think about this mod? I think it's made GTA 5 look fantastic, and definitely gives us the potential insight as to what a hypothetical GTA 6 would possibly look like. Anyway, see you around, folks.